You either go on or you go home here. Dignitas are going to be taking on Lotus. And Johnny, before we get anywhere here, I want one player, either side. Who's going to make a difference?
It's Firefox versus Astral, and here's Firefox. Going to start things off with a goal. Oh, he can't get it inside the post, but he did put it past Violent Panda. That's worrying signs for Dignitas earlier on, because Yukio did not hit the target as well. And that's going to be it for me. Can Firefox continue to pop off? This guy has been insane all tournament long.
Absolutely has been, but still, no one really challenging over here. It's going to be Dignitas offense for the time being. Just pushing up to the corner. Astral moves himself in. Plenty of time for Renan, but he's not really looked all that comfortable. Still made contact. Finally a chance for Lotus to try and escape. And it's going to be very interesting because, as you said, you saw them playing like this, but they were playing like that off stage. Can Lotus transition that onto the stage right now? Because at this moment in time, this opening minute has belonged to Dignitas.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a bit of trouble here for Lotus, but they're scrambling back, and they're not hesitating at all. There's definitely early challenges coming in, especially on Astral, and that's key. If they give Astral space and time on the ball, then Lotus are going to be in a lot of trouble. But that's not something that they've been doing this tournament. They are attacking the ball whenever they can.
Firefox over to Haber. Wants to double tap.
Oh.
That's going to be at least on towards the danger area, but Panda saw it through the whole way. Astral for the free flip here. I think his coach behind him would be very happy. Verge is definitely someone that's been pushing the pre-flip shots quite a while now. He'll be very proud of his player there.
Repping the pre-flip gang. Look at this from Lotus. They're finding territory here. That's not the best touch by Haber, but they're still coming back quickly to support each other. That's a demo on the third man for Dig, so lots of space now for Lotus to play with. You have to look out for those demos when they're rotating back. They always go for it. Yukio's actually missed that ball. Panda to the rescue. Yeah, Yukio looking nervous early on for Dignitas.
Yeah, this might actually be a case of, do Lotus have the confidence to send multiple players forward, because Dignitas do not look infallible today. Have had numerous mistakes chalked up to them, although Astral's got plenty of time. He's going to take it to the wall. This is where he can pull off some real crazy stuff. Over to Violent Panda for the double tap. He's going to hit it, and it's on target. But Haber gets there just in time, and Lotus clear their lines.
Follow-up from Firefox and Renan as well. They're both getting involved. Full team effort here to clear the ball. Dignitas are not actually connecting with each other in offense at the moment. They're nervous to send multiple people forward because they know that Lotus have been playing well. You know, everybody's impressed with these guys and the South American region. This is off the back of their first huge win as well. Before today, no South American team had beaten an RLCS team in competition. Well, now they have.
It's going to be slowly trickling towards net, but Firefox doesn't look overly comfortable. Gets over to a teammate, though. Another good challenge. A chance for Lotus to move forward. Their first prolonged offense. Or at least they would like to try and see some of it. Lovely play, though, from Panda. Gets his team ample room to work with. Fake out from Yukio. Might be a 2v1 at the back. The flick goes up. Renan gets a stop. Extra one as well. That drops down right onto the hood of Firefox.
Nobody really getting in close and personal from Dignitas. They are not wanting to take 50-50s against this Lotus squad. And that's telling. You know, they're thinking probably right now about just not losing this game. Let's just minimize our risks and wait for the Lotus players to mess up. Are they going to mess up? Is that going to happen? Is that a good strategy against such mechanically gifted players?
Well, it certainly could be, because they might be untested at this sort of level. And sometimes, you know, the stage makes a very different player of you. Renan's already there. Doesn't find the target, and Astral just pops the ball to the other side of the field. Now we transition, and Yukio completely whiffs.
Still uncomfortable plays from Yukio. The two best chances off game one so far have fallen to Lotus. They've missed both of them. But they are definitely causing pressure. Yukio with an open net. It's off the post as well. And that was Dignitas' best chance. Once again, Yukio can't get the ball to go where he wants it to go.
Lotus with a complete miscommunication. Just over 30 seconds left here. We're still all tied up at 0 goals apiece. But Astral tries to change it. Early challenge there from Firefox. Yukio's already waiting. Yukio's unchallenged. Lotus might need to start sending some players, because Dignitas is starting to recognize the space that they've got. Haber does get rid of it. Yukio, yet again, his first touch has actually been really solid so far. It's just when it comes to the shooting situations We've been seeing quite a few mistakes from Yukio.
He's playing quite safe there. Now, big chance to the end of the game for Astral. Double commit from Lotus, but they do make contact. And now they're on the breakaway. Renan not going to knock it high. It's a miss from Dig. It's on. Oh! It's not in yet, though. It's on the line. Hammer Camper wins the game for Lotus.
There's 0 seconds on the clock. There is no chance for a response from Dignitas. Game 1 to Lotus.
Whoa. Well, a lot of people are asking, are these guys legit? Can they really make it to day 3? Are they a threat? Do they have the consistency? So many questions. Well, that one goal has probably answered every single one of them. They're not here to mess around. They want to take down Dignitas. They're probably thinking right now, what's a Dignitas really? Come on. They're not afraid.
You've got to remember, this is a region that has only just been introduced. They were forced to sit there and watch during the Dignitas golden era, where they were winning everything. These are players right now that have seen the Dignitas org and think one day we want to be better than them. They're 1 game down, 2 more needed.
It's just absolutely fearless play from Lotus. Every single one of their members. I mean, this is such a nice pass from Renan initially to get that ball over the top of Dignitas. I think if he'd shot that on target, it would have been easier to deal with. So the fact that he's got it nice and high is huge. Everybody get up for these guys. Look how hyped they are for that game 1 win.
Let's just say they win all 3. What I want to do is I want to take all 3 of the pop-offs, show them to someone, and just say, which one's the one that they won the secret with?
Yeah. I mean, this is just incredible stuff. It's such a good thing to see. A team that have had to wait so long for an opportunity to show what they're made of, and then when they get their one chance, they are grabbing it with both hands. Dignitas need to answer, because Lotus, they had the best chances last game. There's no argument about that. And although they missed 2 of them, they just kept their heads in the game, made sure to get the 3rd one.
That being said, from both teams, there is areas to improve upon. Dignitas had a lot of space. They didn't really do much with it. Lotus gave them that space quite often, and we've seen a couple of teams do that actually against Dignitas this weekend, and it works up to the point Astral clicks.
Yeah, Astral
giving him the space. Panda immediately gets one for Dig.
Great placement from Panda. So look at this spread here from Dignitas. They've got players on the left and the right. Just deny clears. They're trying to box Lotus in, because if they do, Lotus are going to be running into each other a bit more. They have been double committing every now and then because they're just desperate not to get beaten to the ball. They want to win every race. They want to hit every ball as hard as they can. So Dignitas are going to try and surround them and intercept every single attempted clear.
So Lotus find themselves down for the first time this series. Dignitas getting their first goal on the board. Will now be Yukio. Really delayed touch, starting to go for the passing plays. Panda wanted to make it 2. Astral will find himself all alone on the defensive side, but plenty of touches available for Astral. Completely buys time for his team. And now back to a positionally sound area. That pass was only as far as Renan, who would have wanted more power on that one.
Yeah, Yukio again not able to connect with his teammate when he makes a touch. Still waiting for him to really step up and show us what he can do. We've seen it from him in the past. Violent Panda at the moment is the one getting opportunities for Dig. He's making things happen for them. Another threatening position for Lotus. Are they going to hold on here? It's like they had a great comeback win against Rogue in their previous series. They were 4-3 down in game 2, and then Firefox scored a pinch goal to equalize. So these guys know how to fight from behind. They also won both the overtimes in that series. There's almost no nerves here from the Lotus guys.
Panda keeps the ball up high yet again. Looks for the set. Usually when you roll across the wall like that, it is very difficult to justify as the second man, really going for it and trusting that you can have a shooting opportunity. But Panda's going to be a little bit more comfortable with this. Pops out to Astral. Another good block, puts it into the corner. Firefox plenty of time, but Dignitas, they've definitely moved forward their line here. They are trying to just squeeze into that final third and not let up.
Yes, the difference from the first game, I said that they were not really willing to move in and take 50-50s with Lotus. Well, this game they have been, and they're keeping Lotus back. Lotus struggling to get any big clears. They do have a bit of breathing room here as Haver knocks it forward. Firefox going to join him in attack, try and use the ceiling to center it. That is awkward, but well dealt with by Yukio and Astral.
Astral didn't want to follow up, instead waits. And that's going to be infield to Yukio. What a save that is. And it pops over to the corner, so no rebound opportunity for Dig.
Huge save there by Firefox. Not only has he kept the ball out of the net, but he knocks it to the side. They're contesting Dignitas just in the nick of time on these plays. You know, for all of Dignitas' offense, they're only in a 1-goal lead position. They would have liked to have more, given the fact that they've had Lotus on the back foot for so long.
We saw examples yesterday with teams that had 1 or 2 minute long periods of just domination and still went on to drop when they couldn't add that second goal. Astral couldn't get the reset. Balls over to Panda, puts the ball long yet again. Touch over to Haber. It's going to be left to Renan though. Lotus looking for their first big opportunity of this game. They've not had one just yet. But Dignitas have dealt with them comfortably so far. They're not going to want to settle into Dignitas' pace, because as soon as that happens, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And in this game, they're already in a lot of trouble. 2-0.
Yeah, Astral had a great defensive tackle earlier on Firefox. And now at the other end of the field, he's beating Firefox once again, intercepting that very poor touch and knocking it into the top corner. 2-0 Dig. Looking for Lotus to get lively again. They've calmed down a little bit, and they can't play like this against Dignitas and expect to win in a best of 5. You can maybe grab a game like they have, but Dig are looking very comfortable now.
Renan. Very poor first touch from him. Adds it straight up to Yukio. Dignitas just over a minute away from tying us up in this series. And they've looked very comfortable so far in this game. It's going to be up to Lotus to start jabbing them a little bit, make life uncomfortable. This might be an opportunity. Set up. It's going to be left, but Astral's the first person. Another pop. 50 seconds left. Firefox for the drop down. It's going to be left. Just put way too high. They're going to want one more shot, but it's going to be hard to set.
Yeah, it's a really tough position for Haber because he wants to hit it as hard as possible. Wait, he scored this one though. Hold on. Dignitas all getting clumped up in the corner, and nobody's ready to run back and save what was a much slower shot. Great challenge by Haber. Astral going a bit too high on the ball. Panda's out of net. So there is definitely a hope here for Lotus to get a tie game, and what a swing of momentum that would be. Let's see what they can do in the last 40 seconds.
Already over to the corner. It's going to bounce up awkwardly. Panda's got all the time in the world. Wants to try and force a challenge. Does miss the ball. Renan off the backboard. Astral's beat on the challenge yet again. Opportunities for Lotus to move forward, but Dignitas positioning well on the defensive side. They finally cleared their lines. Just under half a minute left. Lotus need to grab one more.
They need to bait Dignitas forward. Digger is sitting so deep. There's no way that these clears are going to go over all of them. There we see Yukio again collecting the ball and trying to waste down the time. There's only 10 seconds left. Let's see if Lotus can make something happen. Brilliant from Yukio. He's brought all 3 players forward there, but it's a bit of a slow takeoff from Astral, and characteristically so, and a chance at the end for Lotus, but it is going to go to the ground. Dig tied things up. And you know, I'm happy to see this because now there's no argument. There's not going to be anybody saying, well, Dig have just played an awful series here. They're just not playing very well, and let's put the Lotus win down to that. No, the Lotus, they're going to have to fight for this. They're going to have to play their absolute best if they want to get through Dignitas today.
And what I do like is that that is closer to the Dignitas that we do expect. The last game was a very cautious affair that we saw from both teams, and you don't really want to see that at this stage in the tournament.
Yeah, no
Dignitas.
extended periods of pressure for Dig in the first game. This time, it was all different. They kept Lotus back. That really limits what Lotus can do. And they took 3 real chances in game 1 before they scored. This game, they didn't get 3 real chances.
Well, Lotus, we were expecting them to be high pace, high force offense. It's not really been that so far. It's definitely been Dignitas sort of controlling and dictating which way the game goes. I would like to see Lotus sort of try and play this a little bit more.
I love that logo.
It's a thing, all right.
It's brilliant. I think it's fantastic. Hope they never change it. Just somebody, just sign up these boys and then change the logo to their logo. It's just going to be better.
I'm ready for a poor Photoshop on top of the logo.
Yeah, that's true. So it will be Manfield Knight that separates the tie in this best of 5. The winner progresses to day number 3 of the competition. The loser goes home. We've already been impressed with what Lotus have accomplished so far, but they're not happy. They want more. It's a nice bump on the recovery. Astro getting sent flying into the back wall. Panda will collect the spoils, and that's a decent shot on target. Renan with the save.
Dignitas starting off on the offensive side yet again here.
Look at that read though by Firefox. He's trying to an infield pass. It was actually pretty well disguised by Dignitas. They're trying one of their own, but Astro will return the favor. Actually, smart plays from Lotus early on in game number 3.
Yeah, both teams seem to be opening up quite a bit more as we head into deeper and deeper territory in this series. It's going to be Firefox. Nice little pop-up. Renan's though just not in position to take a shot.
A couple of panic flips.
This is very awkward gameplay, actually, from both teams. Renan wins the challenge. He's going to force Panzer to go all the way back. Panzer's got plenty of time, though. It's a decent amount of power. Would have preferred somebody to pass to, though, with that way through. Firefox. Off the backboard. It comes in. Renan did triple commit. That does mean Dignitas might have an opportunity, but Lotus first of the ball means that they can get themselves some time, get themselves boosted back up, and re-establish this offensive rotation.
It's the first touch they've had in the ball in a while. It's just such pace from Lotus. They're very aware of how they can influence the play. Even when they're coming at the ball at awkward angles, they can still get a good touch. Surprise Dignitas. That's a long time that Dig have been forced into their half, but they seem to be quite comfortable with it. They're just going to draw Lotus in, and Yuko again with great dribble, using a sidewall for faster recoveries.
It was Firefox who was forced to really take his time on that challenge, give his team more time to get back into position after Yukio did make them look a little bit silly. Renan can't drop it down. He had two options there. Couldn't find either after a defensive block. His first goal in this game, Johnny, is going to be absolutely massive.
Oh yeah, Lotus are going to be frustrated if they can't get it because they've had much better pressure here. Another disguised infield pass, but it's shut down by Lotus, who continue to read what Dig are doing quite well. Yukio goes under the ball in a flip reset. Still all tied up here. That's a great pass, though, and Yukio barred down and in. Opens the scoring. What an assist by Violent Panda.
Yeah, but it was all down to this double commit from Lotus. Left themselves open for a long period of time, meant that they were still recovering by the time Yukio was onto the ball. And we've seen it throughout this entire series so far, Johnny, that these infield passes have typically been challenged by Lotus. But when everyone's over in the corner, can't get there anymore.
Yeah, they knew it was coming, but there's nothing they could do about it. They actually came pretty close to saving that singing shot from Yukio. Yukio's shot was perfect, and Dignitas are looking very consistent at the moment. Got to see how much patience the Lotus have, because I feel like they're not going to get too many chances against the Dignitas who are sitting this deep. So when it does come, they need to be ready for it. And until then, they have to be so disciplined, not overextend and end up making their situation even worse.
Yukio should be up here first. Just taps it on over to the corner. Allows Lotus an opportunity to try and transition. Astral by himself. There's plenty of time, but that is well intercepted by Firefox. Lotus with an opportunity to try and create something here. Goes for the bump. And that's going to be one each.
Firefox with huge plays. That's just too fast, really. He's attacked the ball way earlier than Dignitas were expecting. And then Haber with the fast read off the backboard as well. They did not waste any time setting up and then scoring that play. Well, I've been impressed with Dignitas after that game one, but they have to be so careful because out of nowhere, Lotus can create chances and score them.
It's like Lotus realized that this was their big opportunity before Dignitas could start to turtle up to create themselves an opportunity.
Oh my goodness. They just have no fear whatsoever. They're just lunging in. But it's fine to do that as long as you recover quickly. They seem to always have somebody on the ball. But oh, Astro just goes straight down the middle. And did he get a bump on this play? Haber was all alone here, trying to get in the way. And he wasn't able to influence the play well enough to give Renan a free save. And Renan does get bumped clean out the way. Great play by Astral.
There we go. Dignitas re-establish their lead, and they do it in quick fashion. And up to Lotus to once again get themselves back into this game because they might be about to give up match point to Dignitas. Nice little clear. It's going to be no one able to follow up, but that is straight up to Haber, who is actually thinking about net. Forces an awkward touch out from Astral, who can immediately follow, and that is the annoying thing about Astral, is that he can get awkward touches, but his recoveries are so quick that he's almost baiting you in for a challenge you never wanted.
Yeah, it's a great play by Astral. Now Firefox looking for a double. He will land it and pass into the middle. It's a save by Astral, and Renan's shot, which was far too direct at him. Lotus are still making chances, but Dignitas leveling up their defense. They're looking tough to crack now. When Yukio started playing well, that did make it so much harder for Lotus, because he was quiet in game one. Well, now he's not. It's a full Dignitas team, preventing Lotus from scoring at the moment.
Lotus have found decent success so far with some bump plays. No real passing options right now for Firefox. Does drop it off to Renan. Half a minute left here. Astral trying to put it beyond Lotus's reach.
It was open for Astral. I don't think he realized just how much time he had. That will keep the game well alive for Lotus. They've only got 15 seconds though, and Yukio with a boomer, forcing a tough save out of Renan, but he hits it well. To the final 10 we go, and Lotus, they know that they have to press now or lose game 3. Dignitas are stepping their challenge line forward. They're not giving Lotus any space, and that might be it. It's a high ball 50-50. Can they get anything out of it? For the time being, they do well to keep it up.
Yeah, going to be a double commit though. Violent Panda, what is the bump on Firefox? Another challenge. Dignitas are refusing to let this one go.
There it is.
And Astral can just let that one down onto the floor. Dignitas are one game away from seeing their way through to our top 8.
I think Astral's expression at the end of that match says it all. It's just a big sigh of relief, because they're having to work so hard for this one. I don't know exactly what they were expecting from Lotus going into this match. I know that they have Lotus have earned the respect of every team here after making this deep run. But even then, Dignitas probably look at themselves as heavy favorites, being just better at the game both mechanically and strategically. But these games are close. Lotus within 1 both times. Great opening goal there. Panda, Yukio combining well.
Arguably, Lotus should have equalized. One shot directly at the keeper needed to be taken better by Astral, as he has been many times this weekend. Turned himself into the difference maker. Dignitas, 2 games in a row now. If they can get that third, they move on.
Can they do it in 4? This was the scoreline that Lotus just eliminated Rogue by, 3-1. Now they're on the receiving end of a double match point at the hands of Dignitas. And you know, Astral, even though he is a new player to this team, he's been racking up a lot of experience in LANs recently. Combined experience that Dignitas have in situations like this greatly outweighs that of the Lotus players. Let's see what they can do when their backs are up against the wall. This is it for Lotus. Win or go home.
Gonna drop down, Panda. Plenty of time, that's on target, and Firefox forced to scramble that above the crossbar. Now it's coming in for Yukio, and another save. It forced a double commit. But Lotus on the back foot to start us off. They need to get rid of this, and they need to get rid of it soon, because Dignitas will continue to fight forward and look for a way through. They've got a little bit of space to breathe. It's going to be over to Firefox. Potential transition here. Panda just slows the pace down, but a great start for Dignitas.
This is exactly what Dignitas wanted. They are trying to just control the pace of the game. They know Lotus want this to be a million mile an hour, but they're not letting it happen. They're playing the ball however they want it, and Astral does not miss these rebounds.
Astral's just such a valuable player in terms of you can be having such a difficult series. Having a player on your team who is capable of creating something from nowhere becomes absolutely massive in these sort of series. Huge bump though from Renan, and a little bit of positioning now for Lotus to work with.
Dignitas every game since their loss have started well, and they've finished well in those games also. So Lotus have to change something up here. That's a banger of a shot from Firefox, but everybody's back from Dig, ready to try and help save it. No hit on the ball from Renan and Astral. They both probably expecting each other to do so. Now it's a consistent pressure play for Lotus, but they're starting to get desperate. That was not likely to work there from Haber as he lunges in.
Oh, that one should have been in as well. Now, my one actual issue with Lotus that I've seen in this series is that I don't know if it's just the surprise that they have offense sometimes, but there's never a rebound. They either score off from their one shot, or the play's done for. We need to see them find some way to keep that offensive pressure up, because Dignitas and a lot of top teams will always get at least one save. You have to sort of get them into a tougher spot.
Yeah, it's credit to Dignitas. They are playing very composed. I mean, this is a high-pressure situation for them. They are the more experienced team, but they really have to win this game, or everybody will look at it as one of the biggest upsets ever, and you don't want to be on the receiving end of one of the biggest upsets of all time. But they're doing their job here. They're supposed to win this series, and they are winning this series.
Firefox goes straight for net. Could have probably done better with a pop shot. Lotus Still trailing, 2.5 minutes to try and change it. Firefox. Touch that just goes straight into Astral, put it into the corner. Diving in challenge from Firefox. Looks to try and put it over to the far side yet again, but there's nobody over there. It's effectively just over to Yukio.
Yukio will continue to slow play. He's seen so much success by baiting in Lotus players to challenges that he can control. That's an on-target shot from Astral, saved by Renan. Lotus struggling to make anything happen at the other end of the field, and that's the big story towards the latter half of this series.
Panda, time to control. He's on 0 boost, however, but nobody on Lotus knows it. Also steals 100 whilst he's over in the corner. Looking to transition. Again, it's over to nobody. Feels like the rotation from Lotus isn't very wide. It means it needs to be either direct pass or nothing's really going to happen from it.
I'd love to see some dribbles. I mean, they should probably try and apply the strategy Dignitas have been doing to them, and that is just bring Dignitas to them. Because right now they're giving the ball away to Dig quite often, and Dignitas are happy to sit all the way back in defense and take it again and again and again. Do Lotus have the composure? Do they have the presence of mind to switch things up here? Double touch off the floor from Haber. Make it a triple. It's on the goal line. Saved in the end by Astral. That was so smart by Haber to put it under everybody. A bit unfortunate that it didn't cross the line.
Just over a minute now. Haber sees over the top as Astral just continues to give Dignitas a lot of space to work with. Every time he takes that dribble, you've got to try and either challenge him or you give him space. Either way, he gets either a 1-for-1 or he gets to take the ball downfield.
Dignitas are actually moving forward. They've done this in other games this series as well. Had the lead and then just tried to box Lotus in for the finish. They have to be careful because now there is room for Lotus to clear the ball over them. First of all, Lotus have to actually get the ball clear. Only 35 seconds to do so.
Yeah, this last minute has disappeared on Lotus. Gonna drop down. Astral does miss on target! Haber! 1-1! And suddenly, this series is back alive.
And that's the first touch in a while that Dignitas have not been ready for this entire game. They've been sitting so far back that it's impossible for Lotus to hit the ball over their heads. Well, now they've just managed it. 28 seconds left in the match. Wonder if Lotus can get this one before overtime like they did in game 1.
I almost want them to play with that level of desperation they had when they were a goal down, because that's when they've been playing at their best. Dignitas are a team that if you give them 10 opportunities to play the ball, one of them is going to be pretty good that you can't even stop it. Yukio does win the challenge. It's going to be one more opportunity for Dignitas.
Ball actually falls on the wrong side of them. Now Astral will try and just carry this one clear. Something he's very good at. They'll accept overtime with open arms. It's 1-1. Again, Lotus need to score to continue in this tournament. Dignitas can send themselves to day 3 by winning this game.
Firefox unchallenged. Oh! Post! Follow up from Haber, but Astral beaten cleanly. Gonna go straight up to Firefox again. It's a popping touch. Ryan and Panda can get there unchallenged. Lotus that want to keep a hold of this pressure.
The flipper set from Renan here. So creative, but he can't reach the ball. Now Firefox in trouble. Everybody on Lotus is panicking. They're all jumping at the same time. Dignitas just waiting for their moment. They're not all pressing together.
Are we seeing the difference in experience on our stage? Firefox. Yukio is coming up behind him, but Firefox gets it past. Tries to force another challenge, but that is a good win for Dignitas. Popped up high. Haber already there. Delays the first touch. Gonna want more. This is an opportunity for Lotus to try and box them in. Off the backboard, Astral's already up. And Astral gets it away.
Yeah, big read there from Astral. He needed to make contact there because that's the position Lotus have been attacking consistently. Now it's over Lotus's crossbar. No one's there though for Dig. They're not pressing hard in second man position, but will they have to? No, they won't. Astral wins the game. Straight